Chapter 20. Die laughing. The warrior's sense of humor is terse, dry, and dark. Its purpose is to deflect fear and to reinforce unity and cohesion. The warrior ethos dictates that the soldier make a joke of pain and laugh at adversity. Here is Leonidas on the final morning of Thermopylae. Now eat a good breakfast, men, for we'll all be sharing dinner in hell. Spartans like to keep things short. Once, one of their generals captured a city. His dispatch home said, "City taken." The magistrates fined him for being verbose. "Taken," they said, would have sufficed. The river of Athens is Ethos. The river in Sparta is the Eurotas. One time an Athenian and a Spartan were trading insults. "We have buried many Spartans," said the Athenian, "beside the Ethos." "Yes," replied the Spartan, "but we have buried no Athenians beside the Eurotas." Another time, a band of Spartans arrived at a crossroads to find a party of frightened travelers. "You are lucky," the travelers told them. "A gang of bandits was here just a few minutes ago." "We were not lucky," said the Spartans. "They were." In Sparta, the law was to keep everything simple. One ordinance decreed that you could not finish a roof beam with any tool finer than a hatchet. So all the roof beams in Sparta were basically logs. Once a Spartan was visiting Athens and his host was showing off his own mansion, complete with finely detailed square roof beams. The Spartan asked the Athenian if trees grew square in Athens. "No, of course not," said the Athenian, "but round as trees grow everywhere." "And if they grew square," said the Spartan, "would you make them round?" Probably the most famous warrior quip of all is that of the Spartan Dionychus at Thermopylae. When the Spartans first occupied the pass, they had yet to see the army of the Persian invaders. Now they heard that it was big, but they had no idea how big. As the Spartans were preparing their defensive position, a native of Trachis, the site of the pass, came racing to the camp. Out of breath and wide-eyed with terror, he had seen the Persian horde approaching. As the tiny contingent of defenders gathered around, the men declared that Persian multitude was so numerous that when their archers fired their volleys, the mass of arrows blocked out the sun. "Good," declared Dionychus, "then we'll have our battle in the shade." Several aspects of this quip and Leonidas' remark about sharing dinner in hell are worth noting. First, they're not jokes. They're dead on, but they're not delivered for laughs. Second, they don't solve the problem. Neither remark offers hope or promises a happy ending. They're not inspirational. The deliverers of these quips don't point to glory or triumph, or seek to allay their comrades' anxiety by holding out the prospect of some rousy outcome. The remarks confront reality. They say, "Some heavy stuff is coming down, brothers, and we're going to go through it." Lastly, these remarks are inclusive. They're about us. Whatever ordeal is coming, the company will undergo it together. Leonidas and Dionychus' quips draw the individual out of his private terror and yoke him to the group. Even the epitaph of the 300 by the poet Simonides is lean and terse. It leaves out almost every fact about the battle. The antagonists, the stakes, the event, the date, the war, the reason for it all. It assumes that the reader knows it already and brings it to his own emotion. "Go tell the Spartans, stranger passing by, that here, obedient to their laws, we lie." The language of the warrior ethos is private. It speaks warrior to warrior and doesn't care if outsiders get it tonight. The language of the warrior ethos is private. And it speaks warrior to warrior and doesn't care if outsiders get it or not.